Roger Levesque, Edmonton, Journal October 13, 2017. Bassist Rubim de Toledo, Edmonton, Journal. Sometimes making music is about finding the right fit. The right size of band, the right players or compositions, or the right amount of space. Edmonton's Rubim de Toledo has shown himself to be one of the most consistently inspired musical tailors in Alberta jazz, an excellent, in-demand bassist, a gifted composer-arranger and a smart band leader, too. That's when he's not at his usual posts, heading into his second year as section head for bass at MacEwan University, or at home helping to raise two young daughters. This week, he's ready to prove all that again with a new album release, The Gap. Know that The Gap refers to a specific place in southern Alberta, where the Oldman River emerges from the Rocky Mountains depicted in the CD cover photo. That interest in geographical landmarks has been a running thread through several albums now that make up an informal trilogy. I get inspired by nature and the outdoors a lot more than I do by the city or society. When I think about these places, I imagine sounds or atmospheres. The Gap is just a beautiful landscape, kind of a forgotten, secret place. The other tie-in is that all three discs include tunes he penned for Calgary's decidedly jazz dance company over the decade or so he was living there, serving as their composer in residence. After that, The Gap departs a bit from his previous projects, from the larger bands On the River 2009 and The Bridge 2014. De Toledo's new album is a more open-ended trio set. In those past albums, I found there wasn't as much room for the bass as a voice. I wanted to expose the bass a bit more and challenge myself to write new music with limited instrumentation, to try and give each instrument an equal role. Making it a trio meant there would be more space, then there's the company he keeps. He witnessed the stylings of New Orleans drummer Jason Marsalis, the youngest brother of the famous Marsalis jazz family, on several previous occasions. I noticed how Jason almost had a composed drum part for each song. He wasn't just playing time, almost like each song had a signature beat. I had worked with him when he was here for a Herbie Nichols tribute a few years back and I thought he would be a great fit. He got Marsalis to fly in from his home in France to do a session of 5 tracks. The other 4 numbers on the album feature the equally nimble drummer and old Calgary friend John McCaslin, while Edmonton's master piano man Chris Andrew helps anchor the whole album. Of course, drummers would be a crucial part of the chemistry for any bass player. My philosophy as a bass player has always been that the bass is a percussion instrument that plays notes, so the connection to the drums is huge. One doesn't happen without the other. Jason instantly got my beats and took them to his own world, which was amazing to see. The improvised parts of the tunes were so open and organic, very interactive and expressive. He pushed us all, listening to The Gap. It's great how everyone adds to the exciting, percolating energy, walking the line between melodious, tuneful compositions and a looser edge. Marsalis takes turns with New Orleans, Latin and swing grooves, but McCaslin is no slacker on his tracks. Both find a greater presence on drums, but they're not taking long, drawn-out solos. It's truly about serving the music, a team effort that also allows De Toledo more room. Now that his trilogy is done, De Toledo is already thinking about his next project. He has 2 more recordings in progress and says the next will delve into pop sounds and global grooves, maybe something tied to his Brazilian ancestry. Marsalis can't be there for the CD release, but McCaslin and Andrew will make it a hot trio. It happens 8 p.m. Saturday at the Yardbird Suite 86 Avenue at Gateway Boulevard. Tickets are $20 for members, $24 for guests, from Tix on the Square or at the door. For those who enjoy an excellent jazz saxophonist, there can only be one thing better: 4 excellent jazz saxophonists. Welcome Harry Allen's all-star New York saxophone band, Thursday, October 19, at the Yardbird. Allen has shown himself to be wonderfully connected to the jazz tradition in previous dates here, working alongside the likes of Tommy Banks. This time, he's bringing together 3 equally adept friends: Vincent Herring, Grant Stewart, all tenor players, and Gary Smulian on baritone sax. All 4 enjoy notable international solo careers and have put in memorable shows here. There's a tradition of sax sections in jazz, notably the 4 brothers of Woody Herman's big band, and this show promises a rare treat in revisiting those examples. Chris Andrew, Paul Johnston and Jamie Cooper will keep the grooves going. Tickets for this sax extravaganza are available in advance from Tix on the Square.